and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 30th through October the 6th. Time is flying, guys. If you are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate your loyalty and support of my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy these readings and that you will return. Guys, these are general readings. They're for the collective. Sometimes the messages can be specific. So take what resonates and just leave the rest. If you would like a personal, more tailored reading, please click on this link or go to the show more section below in the description box and you will find a link to my video. To my website where you can see what kind of readings I offer. What else? Yes, these readings are for your sun, moon, and rising. So the other links to all the other videos will be below. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get them all up there as I'm uploading and getting them on YouTube. So just check back. Now, I also have a Facebook group, and in that Facebook group, every 2 weeks I do a live feed. It's a private group, so you must ask to be a member, and we look at either the new moon or the full moon, and we see how it affects your sign, only for those who attend. And then I have my tarot cards, and I answer questions for people who are there. So that's fun. Join my Facebook group. Another way to support this channel is through Patreon. You can click on that link here or find that below too. And I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much for your generosity, your support, and your belief in my art. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections. First, the intro, which is this, and I will have the skip time if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising below. Then there's the astrological report, what's going on in the celestial sky. The skip time to that will be below. And then the tarot reading for your sign. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September 30th through October the 6th. And what a major, crazy astrological sky we have this week. So the first, huge shifts in energy, guys. This is, a lot of people are going through a lot of change, a lot of turmoil. Anyway, before I run ahead of myself, I'm going to start with September the 30th, Monday. For some people, it's Monday the 30th, or for depending on where you are in the planet, or it's October the 1st. Here in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's October the 1st. Venus is square Pluto. Now, this is a challenging aspect when we're talking about squares, right? This can bring up, Venus is about relationship, it's about love, it can be about finance too. And Pluto is this dredging up things, to come up the truth sometimes, as uncomfortable as that can be. So in relationships, this can mean jealousy, manipulation. I'm looking over here because I have the chart, which I'm going to put up here when I post the video, so you'll be able to see it. So this can cause jealousy or manipulation or perhaps control in relationships. It's like you can easily get infatuated with someone new. So if you meet someone new, remember that. It's the kind of energy where you fall head over heels for someone, but it can turn into an obsession. It's that kind of power dynamic. It's like you meet someone and they're amazing, they're gorgeous, everyone thinks they're fabulous, and you're like, ooh, I can't believe I got this one, right? So you'll do anything to keep them, and you try to be what they want you to be, and in doing so, that kind of turns them off, because who wants that? Everyone wants authenticity, and they want people, they want confidence. When someone's confident, that's very attractive. So when you're not, and you're worried about what someone's thinking all the time and what they're doing, and you're really trying to, perhaps entice them with your sensual prowess or whatever it is that you're trying to get them to stick around for, it doesn't work. It kind of has the opposite effect. Now, it's really important to be aware of meeting someone new right now. Be aware of those feelings, and to be as authentic as possible. It's really important to come back to you. It doesn't matter if this doesn't work out. You really kind of have to remind yourself of that this week in particular, and remember that in your own relationship. You can choose to trust someone instead of, being so insecure. Where insecurities can come up at this time too. So now October, the big news, which kind of accentuates what's going on with the challenging aspect between Venus and Pluto, and it accentuates all those kind of feelings, is that Pluto stations direct. So it's been going retrograde and now it's really slowed down. So all the qualities of Pluto are amplified, and we are seeing it on a global scale, right? So, Pluto's getting ready to move forward. So Pluto dredges all the dirt. It gets really deep and it dredges all that dirt up and brings it into the light. And we get to see what's going on behind the scenes. It's almost like the curtain is pulled up and we can see the powers that be and what's really going on behind the scenes. So what was once unseen is now revealed. So it's like power changes and secrets are revealed. We are already seeing this on the global stage. There are a lot of world leaders that are, have been caught with their pants down, so to speak. We are seeing a level of corruption that we have not seen before, and we can't unsee that. It's also causing rebellion as well around the world, with all different, in all different countries, some for power, some for the climate, various things are going on. This is a very karmic time. We'll have to face probably some hard realities ourselves. You see, Pluto is digging deep. It wants, it wants everything out. It doesn't care, good or bad or indifferent. So some of us may be scrambling to survive, like some of these world leaders are scrambling to survive, right? This is a time for a lot of us, right, of the death of our old life and then the start and renewal of a new path forward. Because Pluto's all about kind of destruction and then it builds up. So it's breaking things down so new things can build up in its place. Listen, do not fear these changes. These changes are inevitable. And they're usually for the best. It's just that we need to kind of get up and take the action and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do to move forward in our new direction or our new lives. Now, later on that day, right, on the same day, Mercury, which is the planet of communication and intellect, moves into Scorpio. Now, in Libra, it has been, striving for balance and communication and intellect has been kind of diplomatic and fair. And then as Mercury moves into Scorpio, all those superficial kind of manners, communication manners are just thrown out, to make way for deep and, real and authentic conversations. And it's a time to really dig deep and to seek out the truth, which also amplifies this whole Pluto station and aspects with other planets. So it's about deep, intense discussions and debates and the search for truth, because, Scorpio is the detective after all. Now, on October the 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you are on the planet, Mars moves into Libra. And in this energy, we are liable to use our charm to get what we want. We don't want to appear to be the bad person. We see this every side. We're trying to look at everybody's point of view and every side of the situation, but we are going to get what we want. So we're going to use our wit and charm to get what we want with this energy. And as we kind of see every side to the situation, we can have a really intense debate with ourselves, right? So we can be up in our heads a lot. And the shadow side, we don't want to appear like the bad person at all. So we're going to use, manipulation perhaps to get what we want. And we're going to be very charming as we, push you or nudge you in a direction that we want you to go. And the shadow side of this is passive aggressiveness. So if we get angry, we're not direct. This is not kind of a direct. We're going around the situation. We're not being direct. We're more passive aggressive during this energy. So, in summary, this is a time to address anything that we have put on the shelf, anything that we have ignored, anything that we have let kind of fester and grow in the dark because we don't want to deal with it, or it's overwhelming perhaps. It's time to just suck it up and deal with it and take action. And to be aware of manipulation, either people manipulating us or we manipulating others. It's important to not allow that or to see through that, not be easily swayed either way. Let's create good karma, and co-create with the cosmos. Empower yourself with the truth, whether it be good or bad. All right then, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's go to your tarot card, shall we? Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for September the 30th through October the 6th. Please excuse my raspy voice. I have perhaps used it too much this weekend. This is for Libra. For Libra, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for this coming week? 3 cards for Libra, please. 3 cards for Libra. Oh, one more card. Oh, one more card for Libra, please. There's crossover here, darling. Check out your sun, moon, and rising if you know it. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, there are plenty of websites where you can get your natal chart for free and find out that information. Cafe Astrology is one of them. Okay. Now, if you know the time you were born, you have to know the time you were born in order to get that, right? Okay, so this is these are the clarifying cards for Libra. Please clarify. Well, wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Okay. And please clarify. Oh, there it is. Okay, and please clarify. Oh wait, like the whole bloody thing fell down there. Spirit has a lot of messages for you, Libra. Please clarify. Oh, okay, you have 2. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. You know, each week, I was going to say a particular card, but it's not the same every week, but one kind of comes out in a lot of the readings, and this week you have it. Okay, several of them actually. So here we go. The first card is the King of Pentacles. Clarifying the King of Pentacles is the 5 of Swords. Then you have the Hera Font, clarified by the 9 of Swords. And you have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Empress and the Magician. The Empress is the one that's coming out in a lot of readings, and so is the King of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, let's get this right. Okay, now, the first card out is the King of Pentacles. He's down to earth. He's a wonderful father. He's a brilliant leader. He's one of the, he really cares about his subjects, and he loves to show his wealth and his opulence, right? So, but he's under no illusion. He knows that you have to work hard to get to get luxurious possessions and to show them off. So he knows that you have to work. He doesn't worry about working hard. He'll roll his sleeves up and he'll be toiling in the soil along with his subjects to create that wealth and abundance. So clarifying this is the 5 of Wands, right? What I'm getting from this is that there's some conflict at work or in business. There's some kind of conflict, and it's one of those things where you kind of you don't want to address it. But when the 5 of Swords comes in, it's saying really address it, be creative, work hard at getting this sorted out. And by doing so, you will be richer for it. Now, not necessarily monetarily, but definitely spiritually, you will feel empowered. So there may be a power struggle going on, and it's one of those situations where the team are at odds, right? They're at odds and they can't come to a compromise. So you are meant to address this and display your leadership qualities. And in doing so, it's about being really creative about handling this situation. It's like allow everyone to be heard, but find a middle ground for them in a creative way. And I think in doing so, you will be rewarded, and you will feel, look, when these kind of situations are handled, everyone feels richer. They feel a deeper connection. They feel good about getting it, because nobody likes conflict all the time. It's not a comfortable feeling, particularly at work or in business. So this is really going to enrich you, and you will be noticed for it if you're at work. Your leadership qualities will be noted by the powers that be. And here we have the Hera Font. So you're being asked to trust. You're kind of in fear. You're in fear of how, this conflict can put you in fear, right? Because you don't know how to handle it, and you don't, this can be gossip behind the scenes. This is something that you must address, though, but address in a diplomatic and creative way, right? So you're being asked to have faith and trust that things are happening just the way they're supposed to and in the way they're supposed to. So sometimes what feels like, a spanner in the wheel is actually something that can really help you go forward. So it doesn't feel great at the time, but it will in the end. So what you're being asked to do, because you have the Nine of Swords, right, clarifying the Hera Font. So you're kind of in your head thinking of the worst case scenario. And that is very much what energy is coming in this week. We can easily go down the rabbit hole. We can be obsessive. We can be analytic feelings. We can be laser focused on one kind of outcome and have this just linear idea of how things should be. But we have to try and be open to other possibilities and hearing things in different ways. And we need to get out of the rabbit hole. This is focusing on the problem, right? And so it's sleepless nights, it's worry, it's a waste of energy, actually. I always say this. A guru once said to me, but there were hundreds of people in the room, that soon it will be $1,000 for negative thought. And you know, look, nothing is solved through worry. Nothing. Now, brainstorming and thinking of solutions you can get, that's a good way to put it, to use this energy. But not like, oh, what if I become homeless? What if I lose my job? What if people hate me? What if my bosses, you know, get angry with me? Wow. Look, when I go down this worry wart hole, right, is what I call it, I trained myself to hear the words or the sound, wah, 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 wah. So it's like every time I hear myself or I observe myself going down, what if, poor me, oh no, I'm tortured, what's going to happen to me, I start saying, I start hearing that thing, wah, 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 and it takes me out of it. It makes me laugh, right? It makes me laugh. And then I'm like, oh, what am I like? Because this is, allowing your mind to control you. It's like letting your minds, it's like what we call the monkey brain, putting them in charge, putting them behind the wheel of the car, taking us all down loads of dangerous lanes and negative thoughts, and it just has an effect on us, right? Physically, feeling those, thinking those things, then we feel emotions, and we're just horrible feeling. So be aware of that and have faith and trust that you're going to be okay, Libra. And then the next card that comes up is the Queen of Wands. This is, don't underestimate yourself. You see, the thing is whatever's going on for you, whatever turmoil and worry you're going through and stress and strain, probably from work or, surviving, whatever that stress is, she's coming into a reading to say, don't underestimate yourself. You can do all of this. You're going to make things right. Things are going to be great, because look at these beautiful cards that are clarifying the Queen. First of all, the Queen's a multitasker. She is just magnetic. She's charming. She's gracious. She's the hostess with the mostest. She's the best mother. She's a wife or a husband. It's non-gender specific, these readings. And so she is saying, have that confidence. Don't underestimate yourself. You can do this. And she's a fierce protector, I have to tell you. She's very loyal. She protects what she's built, what she's got. She protects her family. She protects her friends fiercely. And look, you have these two incredible cards. You've got the Magician. You have everything you need. You're going to create the life that you desire. You have to take action. This is passion. Feed your passion. Get up. Stop worrying. Get up and do. And look, the Queen of Queens. And she's like the creative, she's creation. She creates abundance. She manifests abundance through creativity. Her mind is fertile. She's got the number 3. It's about, teamwork. It's about building something in, with others and getting in touch with your feminine side. Even if you're male, get in touch with that feminine side, your feminine wiles and sensuality and creativity. And you can and you will create the life that you desire, Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.